Hello, I got Happy Hops from Russian River. Never had this one before. It's, I guess, one of their less bitter IPAs. I think on their website it's listed as bitterness mild. But I don't know what hops are in it. It's 6.5% alcohol. This was bottled January 31st, 24. Um, so that's 3 weeks about, maybe a little under. So let's go into it. I've had Pliny the Elder, younger, and I always forget their like standard IPA. Blind Pig. I like Blind Pig a lot. That one's quite dry. So I guess this one's supposed to be not as bitter and dry as Blind Pig. Very pale and clear. But Blind Pig, I guess, is primarily Simcoe hops. So maybe they use some other ones in this one. I don't know if they're new wave hops, like Citra or something like that. And they don't tell you, but I'm expecting to like it. Head looks really nice. Good carbonation. Ooh, getting some good aroma already. Yeah, it doesn't. It smells like kind of old-fashioned sea hops. Cascade Centennial. Stinky, real stinky dank stuff going on here. But also fruity. Yeah, maybe there's some. Maybe it's a mixture of old and new. I'm not sure. I don't know how long this beer's been around, but I feel like it hasn't been around for 20 years. I think it's younger than that. It smells nice. Good aroma. Very few, if almost no beers are being made in the New England area that are like this clear and this like high quality. Sometimes you order a hazy IPA and it's almost this clear and it's garbage. But it's a little bit peachy, sweet citrus. After the initial kind of dank thing, now I'm getting lots of sweet fruit. Oh, there's definitely some Cascade or Centennial, something like that in this. It gives you that sappy quality. It's got some sweetness, but yeah, there's not much bitterness at all. But it gives you a lot of that classic bitter hop flavor. This without all the bitterness. The body doesn't have too much going on. There's a little bit to it. It's a little bit sweet, so it's got something. It's not watery. But it's not very silky or smooth either, though. That's what I like about Pliny the Elder. And when you first swallow it, it's got that spicy, sappy. I guess it's piney, but it's like not bitter pine. Usually associate that flavor with a lot of bitterness, but not in this one. And because of how pale and kind of lighter bodied it is, it almost reminds me of like session IPAs way back in the day. It's like so pale. When a lot of breweries were experimenting with like hop bursting, and there are a lot of good session IPAs I wish that still existed. Like Stone's Go-To was a really good one, but the style kind of basically died out, except for a few ones that stayed popular. I think Lagunitas' Daytime is now not like it used to be. It's a low calorie kind of probably garbage beer, unless you just want something low calorie with hops. But you could also just get one of these hop seltzers or something, or a non-alcoholic beer. I guess it feels a little silky, but it has a little bit of, it's a little bit too bubbly, maybe, when you swallow it. It has a little bit of like a carbonic bite. Not too much. It's not too sharp. It's keeping a nice cap of head, but it doesn't have the really nice feel that I've noticed in most of Russian River's beers. I guess I haven't had Blind Pig in a year. I don't remember exactly what my what I thought about the feel of that one. But this is like, oh, there are some tiny particulates. Yeah. But otherwise, very pale and clear. Is there a little bit of a grapey thing going on? I'd say it's basically a really good West Coast IPA, but without a sweet malt and lots of sweet malt and lots of bitterness. There's a little bit of sweet malt in this one. This almost reminds me of the best IPAs back 7 years ago when session IPAs were popular. 7, 8 years ago, and breweries were starting to try to heavily hop beers without getting a lot of bitterness. Um, but before hazy IPAs had taken over the world, obviously. But will it occasionally? I would get this if I saw a bottle, yeah. But I'm not gonna. I'm glad I only got two. That's enough. One for this review. I want to share with some friends. Um, its rating on Untappd is a little under a 4. I'd give it over that, but I can see why it's not really high. It's there are a lot of beers like this, especially on the West Coast. There are a lot of beers probably like this. But yeah, it's a 4.15 for me, maybe. It does have a really nice hop flavor that's unique, but I think it's more unique just because I'm drinking it in New England than it being a super novel beer or anything like that. So that's it. Bye.